Access Television, where it is game time. Here at Collins Moylan Arena, the boys are back in town after facing a tough overtime loss against the very team that they're going against tonight, the Minnechaug Falcons, who they just lost to 4-3 in a very close overtime game. And we're seeing some new bodies on the ice tonight, Chris. But first, we're going to talk about some headline news here. Jake Jurek, it finally happened on Thursday, 100 points for number 2.
Yeah, I'm sure he's happy to get that monkey off his back. It's been a rough couple of games. They've held him pointless, no assists, no points for a few games in a row there. But I believe we actually have a clip of it, so let's go ahead and roll into that. You guys can see it. Congratulations to Jake on 100.
Again, big congratulations to Jake. Really deserves it. Just, I believe Coach was talking to us before. He said just the 28th player to reach that club. He's going to get his name up on the banner to our left at the end of the season. And speaking of Coach Bouchard, we got to talk with him just before the game started and all the warm-ups happened. So we're going to show that clip now, talking about the game tonight.
Hello and welcome back to the Collins Moylan Arena. I'm Jacob Bordeaux here with head coach Adam Bouchard. Coach Adam, a little bit of a monkey on our backs coming into this game. The last 2 games didn't go quite the way we wanted them to. What are some changes that you've made?
Well, you know, it's the beauty about high school sports, particularly the one that we love, ice hockey. You know, it's a 19-game regular season. You know you're not going to come in. It's very unlikely to win every single game in the year. But yes, we've had 2 losses in a row. You know, coming into today's game, we're happy to get some of our student athletes back with Sean Beckwith coming back into the lineup tonight, which is going to help out on our offensive side of the puck. And of course, you know, coming back in here to the home arena is something we really love. They're doing a phenomenal sheet of ice. This is the best ice out here in Western Mass. Shout out to the CMA staff. It was really unbelievable and just so happy to be here.
All right, that's good to hear. What's one thing that you'd say that the boys on the ice have to do differently from last game?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we worked on it yesterday in practice. It's really our breakouts, right? We really left the zone a bit too early when we faced Chaug just a couple nights ago up at the Limp. Really gave our zone up way too early. So we're going to clean up our defensive zone, clean up our breakouts, and be able to exit the zone as a unit.
All right. Details matter, right?
Absolutely, details matter, and I wouldn't be behooved to say, you know, I got to give out a shout out to number 2, your assistant captain Jake Jurek, as becoming the 28th member of that elusive 100-point club here for the Greenwave family. Very proud of him, and if you talk to Jake about it, he'll tell you it's all about his teammate, it's all about the wins, and now let's just move forward.
Wow. All right. Congratulations to Jake. Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thanks, everybody. Let's go Green.
All right, and thank you again to Coach Bouchard for offering us some of his time. But back to what we were talking about at the start of the stream here, Chris, some fresh bodies coming onto the ice for Greenfield. The big one is number 30 starting between the pipes tonight. It's Ben Johnson taking the starting spot from Cooper Smith.
Yeah, Cooper's going to get a little bit of break. He's been working real hard this season. Give him a night off would probably be good, both physically and mentally for him.
Yeah.
I spoke to Ben's father, Bill, just before the game, asking him kind of what his mindset is. You know, is he nervous? Has he got the butterflies? Bill said no, this is what he's done his whole life. He's been working for it, and he's got his opportunity to shine out there for the Greenwave tonight.
Well, we're excited for him, wishing the best of luck in the game tonight. And Smith, as you said, getting some well-deserved rest. Over 40 shots he faced on Thursday against the Falcons, and made, I think it was 42 out of 46 saves, which was, I mean, ridiculous numbers. So a well-deserved break for him on tonight's game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we said earlier, too, we have Sean Beckwith back in the lineup tonight. He's been missing for several weeks now.
Yeah.
Still no Porter Hall. He's still dealing with a bit of a head injury. Getting there, but not quite ready for season ice time yet.
Yeah.
But slowly, surely, we're getting some guys back. Hopefully get things back up to speed. They can gel a bit more because it's been quite the shake-up here for the last couple weeks.
Yeah, and we're going to see Wade Bardwell again, number 20, who came up for Jack Lowry, who, again, is out for the season. But Porter Hall is going to be manning one of the penalty boxes here tonight. He's over to our left with one of his buddies. So we're going to go down onto the ice now for the starting lineups from both the Green Wave and the Falcons. We'll be back in a moment with the puck drop and the first period.
Good evening. Welcome to Collins Arena for tonight's matchup between the Minnechaug Regional High School Falcons and your home team, the Greenwave of Greenfield. Both schools are proud members of the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association, where proper sportsmanship should be practiced at all times. All parties are asked to please refrain from making derogatory remarks, comments, or gestures to players, coaches, officials, and other spectators. We thank you for your cooperation. Please be advised that state law prohibits smoking and the use of all tobacco products on the premises. Also, we appreciate everyone doing their part to keep the rink clean by using the trash receptacles. Now for tonight's opening lineups. For Minnechaug Regional High School, at forward, number 3, Liam Panook. At forward, number 2, Ben Daniel. At forward, number 10, Billy Capon. At defense, number 23, Tyler Jasmine. At defenseman, number 5, Matt Bowden. And the goalie is number 1, Matt LaFleur. The head coach is Coach Busquets from Minnechaug. And now for your home team, the Greenwave of Greenfield. At forward, a senior captain, number 2, Jake Jurr. Ladies and gentlemen, on Thursday night, Jake Jurr became the 28th member of the Greenwave Hockey exclusive 100-point club by scoring his first career goal in Greenfield away contest. The Greenwave Hockey family would like to take this time to congratulate Jake on his accomplishment. Would everyone be so kind to give Jake a warm round of applause? And now let's continue with the opening lineup. At forward, a freshman, number 10, Jace Gerard. At forward, a junior, number 21, Luca Siena. The freshman, number 20, Wade Bardwell. The freshman, junior captain, number 11, Anson Prunier. And in between the pipes, the freshman, number 30, Ben Johnson. The head coach for Greenwave is Adam Bouchard. The referees for tonight's contest are Robert Eccleston and Sarah Hickman. Would everyone please rise for the playing of our national anthem?
All right, and we will be underway in just a moment here in Collins Moylan Arena. Bit of a pep talk happening for both teams. Greenfield waiting in front of their crease. Minnechaug back with their coaches.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what kind of changes they make this evening. I think we heard from Coach here in the interview. A few things they're working on. Trying to get on their breakaway timing, little details like that.
Yeah.
Trying to get this team back to where it was at the start of the season. We were talking off air before. It seems like every level of the sport, at some point, team kind of fractures, falls apart, kind of like have a hard time getting in the groove. So I think they're in that kind of funk right now. Almost a bit of an advantage, I think, playing the same team back-to-back. You just saw them, you're kind of familiar with them. You make those adjustments that you couldn't have made the last game, so hopefully it turns out in a positive result.
Yeah, I totally agree, Chris. The Greenwave are in a 2-game slide right now. They lost to Oakmont, I believe. Yeah, it was Oakmont before they lost to Minnechaug in overtime on Thursday. So facing the same team, second time in a row. There's going to be a lot of mental game to this. Some tempers maybe in the wings from last game as Bardwell kicks things off the face-off with an icing for Greenfield. So just a few seconds in, it will be a face-off on Johnson's side of the ice. Gonna have to get used to that. It's been 2 years of covering Greenfield hockey, and it's always been Smith. But Minnechaug coming into this game 4-7 on the season, 4-4 in the Barrie Conference, trailing Greenfield by just a couple games in the third spot, where Greenfield is in the second. Westfield on top of the conference right now, and that is actually who Greenfield is going to be playing next, as there's a big scuffle for the puck on the right circle. Shot on goal from Jurek gets turned aside by Lafleur. Trying to backhand from Ciano in the slot. Punching it up the boards is the Falcons, and connecting a little bit behind him, but they get it into the neutral zone. That's Fanouf, and covered up by Johnson, poked away after the whistle, and it'll be a face-off.
Yeah, only about a minute into this first period here, but so far Greenfield doing a good job. Looks like they're keeping the energy up. Last game they played the other day, it just seemed like the energy wasn't quite there. So
yeah,
hopefully they can maintain it for 3 periods today.
Yeah, definitely trying to come out strong. Greenfield, just get the Pistons firing early on and try and keep that going. And now we have Sean Beckwith on the puck and on the ice. First time in a few games now. He's recovered from his injury as a shot on goal is blocked by Sean Bauman.
Oh, landing a hit right there. All right, he's feeling pretty good.
Yeah, definitely someone to be setting the tone for this team. One of the senior members, and it's just someone a lot of guys look up to as well, as that's dumped into the zone on target, or no, just wide. Spun off and around up the boards. Now back into the neutral zone with the Falcons. Here they come across the blue line. They'll dump it in with Kelleher, who takes a hit.
Oh, they're still scrapping behind the play.
Official right there to supervise.
Just letting them play. Jake Jurek looks like he's getting tied up there. The 25, Jacob Moore for Minnechaug.
And Bennett, after blowing a tire, sends it down to Lafleur. On the far board, Zoronic trying to break it out, and it's taken away by the Falcons. Here they come on the far side. Rister covered down by Johnson, and Jurek still scrapping around with Jake Moore.
I wonder if that's a carryover from the last game.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned that at the beginning, especially with an overtime loss like that, and you were telling me it was a comeback win for Minnechaug as well.
Yeah. Minnechaug had scored a goal in the third period with only 8 seconds left on the clock. So, that's a tough pill to swallow. And, of course, they taken that. Oh, nice save right there.
Save up high from Ben Johnson. And it was a long shot, too, all the way from the blue line.
Yep. Talking with Bill beforehand, he said, Ben's been playing a long time. He's used to it. So he's in there and primed and ready to go. Yeah.
Well, something that's got to be in the mind of Coach Bouchard and the Greenwave coming into this game, Chris, has got to be the defense as well. I mean, 46 shots faced. by Cooper Smith in their game on Thursday. That's something that you can't really allow to happen. You know, I mean, it's a miracle he saved 42 of those 46 shots.
Yeah, and I think too it kind of falls on the players a little bit too, knowing that
Absolutely.
they got a new guy between the pipes. They got to step it up and make sure that they take care of him. So
yeah, which I think also is a good coaching decision from Bouchard to kind of put that pressure on his players as well. But Jurek skates over the puck in the neutral zone, picked up by Prunier, and now turned back the other way by the Falcons. Down he goes. Recovering is Ciano in the slot, and he loses it. Falcons turn it back over. Bennett up the boards. Excuse me, that's Prunier. Now Jurek leaning the shoulder down with one hand, and he scores! The loose puck found Ciano.
did they wave it off?
It looked like some confusion.
No goal.
Did they wave it off? They did. Junior. Now Jurek leaning the shoulder down with one hand, and he scores!
I was going to say, too, right beforehand, Luca Ciano. We talked a lot about Matt Garvin and Jake Dirk, obviously, but Luca Ciano's been playing very well here as of late.
Oh, yeah. He's been having a great season so far. 4 goals, 5 assists so far. And especially as with some of the, he plays a little bit lower down on the line sometimes. He's kind of become a bit of an insert, I've noticed, at times. Just trying to get him to lift up some of the other lines as well and just get some action going, as that one-timer is sent wide by Bardwell on the far boards. Back behind the goalie. That's Knight trying to cover it up. Bauman deflects it, and it comes up with the Falcons, who send it across the ice to the near side. Phaneuf. Pass along the boards. Phaneuf couldn't find it.
That one stood up on the side rail on the glass for a little bit.
Yeah, bounced off his skate, I think, and just kind of shot up a little bit. Now trying to get through traffic is Cameron Phaneuf. Punched out Lapalm, driving Billy Lapalm, loose in the slot, sent wide by the Falcons, and cleared out by Greenfield. The length of the ice, but on target, no icing. Line change being made by Greenfield, punched away by Jurek. And now sent back down to the left circle, over to the right. The pass to Bardwell. He backhands it out of the zone, takes a check right in front of his own bench. Meanwhile, on the near side, right in front of the penalty boxes, here comes Daniels through traffic and turned aside. Johnson fixes the net as he shoved it a little bit.
Yeah, it's good to see, you know.
Just having some good awareness, you know. I mean, he doesn't seem to have any kinds of jitters. He was stretching a lot during some of the breaks, just trying to keep himself warm. So just, you know, nothing wrong with playing it safe. And now Ciano, who just had his goal rubbed off, driving on the left side. Sent up the boards and taken out by the Falcons. Here comes Minnechaug, and an offside call.
Yeah, Greenwave's playing pretty good. I mean, they're coming out strong. Obviously had that goal wiped off, which is unfortunate, but they're doing a good job. One thing I noticed here today is they're doing a good job clogging those lanes in the front of the goalie.
Yeah.
Something they've kind of slipped on for the last couple of games, so hopefully that'll knock down the shots against.
Well, like we said, Chris, yeah, it's definitely a big priority for this team coming into this. And Minnechaug, I mean, not really much they got to change, just try and keep their pressure up. They came away with the win last game, and I think they just want to have some more consistent offense so they don't have to get a last-second goal to grab themselves another win.
Yeah, and I'm sure Greenfield doesn't want to give them the opportunity either to have like that last-second goal trickle in. So,
and now it's kind of a struggle in the neutral zone. Greenfield breaking into the zone a little bit, but it's turned back aside. Prunier on the left, taking it up and shut down again right as it enters the zone. And an icing is going to be called. It'll be a face-off in front of Matt LaFleur. And it's a good goalie matchup as well, Chris. We got 2 freshmen who are facing off against each other tonight. Johnson and LaFleur.
Yeah, you really don't see that too often.
Yeah.
A lot of times your goalie's been your goalie for a long time, much like Cooper Smith here the last couple years. So
from the point, Bardwell shot it, was blocked, but almost got to the crease. But the Falcons turn it over, a 2-on-2 here. Driving it up on the left side, leaves it in front of
nice
save
shot.
with the left leg.
That was
Johnson.
good.
And now here comes Jurek through traffic. Jurek takes a hit, and it's covered up by LaFlette.
Yeah, that was great. You can see that one getting set up. Really wasn't quite sure what the Falcons were going to do with that puck there. And it looked like he just kind of like fed it out in front, tried to get somebody trailing and poke it in the net. And Johnson, like you said, just kicked that leg out there and got a pad on it. So nice, good start for Ben Johnson here this evening.
Yeah, that's a fantastic save right there, showing off the flexibility. And once again, after the whistle, Jurek having a talk with some of the Minnechaug players. Might be something to keep an eye on through the rest of the game here. I mean, we don't usually see anything get too heated. I think it was, I'm trying to remember, I think it was West Springfield. It was the West Springfield game when Pareda got speared. That was, I think, the most heated we've seen any team this season so far.
Yeah, so far it just seems to be a little friendly banter back and forth.
Yeah.
It's early on. We'll see how things develop here as it gets long. If it's a tight game and bodies are flying, obviously emotions take over at some point.
Yeah, it's always something to think about too when you have the back-to-back games like this. You got a little series going between teams, and especially after an overtime comeback win. A lot of tough feelings for Greenfield to process after that they got to be feeling right now as they fight for it behind the net. Ciano trying to come up with it, punches it over to his left. He gets rubbed out and then shoves the guy down. That was Bowden who was trying to go after him, but meanwhile on the other side of the ice, the Falcons win the race, sent behind Johnson, and the pass forward to Jurek doesn't connect, dump back into the zone for the Falcons.
Just going to say, it looks like we've got Noah Pareda out on the ice now too.
Yeah.
He's one of those bubble players that we've seen some time since we've had some injuries piling up to the usual varsity team. No call on that.
And it is getting physical. As you were saying that, it was Prunier who was throwing a guy down who was on top of him while he was trying to get to the puck. But here comes Jurek, ripping a shot, and he goes down as he pulled it. Some rumbling from the benches as well. Bauman sends it back in for Greenfield. Falcons surveying the area. Now it's taken back out across the blue line by Morris, sent wide off a deflection. And now on the far boards. Jurek intercepts the puck. He's got Bauman to his left. Jurek taking it forward, shoots, and a save made by LaFlette. Whistle blown a few times, and there's Bauman in the mix with 2 Falcons.
It's good to see the opportunities happening here. Quite a few early on in the game. Keeping the pressure on. That puck's bound to find the back of the net here sooner or later.
Certainly feels like it.
What do we got? Bauman.
And it is Bauman, who we said before had his stick up high after the whistle with one of the players from Minnechaug. Complained to the official about it. I didn't catch the motion there, Chris. Did you?
I did not.
Hey, I think I got the tail end of it, which looked like a gesture for a technical that you'd see in basketball, but I don't think that we have those in hockey.
Not really. See what they say on the PA system here in a minute. I didn't really
We'll
see.
have to take a listen. But Greenfield goes a man down here for 2 minutes with 7:06 to go in the first period. Power play here for the Falcons. Taking it forward, shot loose, it was saved by Johnson, but he couldn't cover it up. Petrin trapped along the boards, getting some contact. Petrin trying to get it out, double teamed, still on the near boards. In the corner, Petrin loses it for a moment, gets back to it. There's a broken stick. And Greenfield breaks out with Beckwith.
Misconduct penalty.
Probably some words exchanged after the whistle there as Prunier whiffs on the clearing, and it's taken behind the net. Punched up top. Ben Daniels with it. Now it's sent over to the near side. Bowden, connection down low, is not there for Moore, who sends it around the boards and taken back out by Daniels. Bowden sends it in. Johnson saved, lost it for a moment, and now cleared back out by Greenfield.
Good job in this first minute here. This Power play. Oh.
And getting tangled up there. I was
shot it back into his own man, yeah.
Yeah, Pareda and Daniels kind of got caught up as they were crossing paths.
Back there too, yeah.
Bit of a forecheck here, being a man down. And now, here comes a 3-on-2 for the Falcons. From the left side, sends it wide. Johnson didn't even get a chance to get a piece of it. Kept in the zone by Bowden, down low. Cleared out by Prunier, no icing on the power play. Just 22 to go. Bauman ready to come back into the mix here. Sending it across the ice. Traffic in the neutral zone. Greenfield keeping it away. And a check delivered. Still keeping him down. Plenty of contact there, as that will do it for the power play for Minnechaug. And that was Loki Rhodes who was laying a few hits on one of the Falcons players. I didn't catch who it was, but it'll be an icing here as the power play expires.
Yeah, another great power play shift from Greenwave. Didn't really give him too many opportunities. Had a couple out there, but really was, you know, off that first kind of burst from the Minnechaug. Ben Johnson there had a nice save, and then after that, it seemed like the defense really kind of took care of the rest of the business.
Yeah. Well, the game misconduct has expired here against Sean Bauman, who has gone back to the bench now, not staying on for this new line shift. Now it's Caleb Bennett who knocks away the pass. In pursuit, Joseph comes, and Murray. Beckwith sends it forward to Jake Jurek.
He can get there. He does get there.
Nice. The pass over to Zaronic, and he scores! Oh, what a beautiful connection.
That one counts. Awesome. Great vision. I didn't think he was going to have enough time to get a stick on it to put it in, but he did.
And the chickens on the ice. Not going to be rubbed off this time. Fantastic pass from Jurek. And a great finish from Zaronic.
Looks like that's goal number 3 on the season for Chase Zaronic. With a beauty of a feed from Jake to see him coming down.
And I didn't catch who got that long stretch pass over to Jurek, but he will get the second assist over the PA system.
First period by number 3, Chase Zaronic, assisted by number 2, Jake Jurek, and number 3, Beckwith.
Wow. Well, that's a good return right there for Sean Beckwith. First game back in a while, and he gets his 3rd assist on the season.
Yeah, it's good to see him contributing already. So it's good to get those bodies back and already seeing them making an impact on the game.
And there's a whistle blown here. I'm not too sure what the call was. It was. It's going to be a face-off route all the way back to the other side of the ice. It wasn't an icing. Ciano had the puck above the left circle, but the play was blown dead, and face-off has been won at this point. So now it's on the other side of the ice, far corner. Petrin still stuck to the boards, and now it pops free. Prunier sends it forward. Pareda trying to blow past the Falcons, and it's picked up by Knight.
Nice.
Rolls around the hit and can't quite get the clean pass off. But on the far side of the boards, it's Petrin, whose pass gets shut down as well. Run through a little snow there in front of the bench is the puck. Pareda can't get the clear for Greenfield, and now it is there. Knight, nice connection to Pareda, who's laying the shoulder down, and he can't get the shot off. No. Aggressive physical defense from the Falcons here after that first goal. Ciano dumps it in front, loose. Pareda shot.
There it is!
Brady Pareda!
Nice. Beautiful. It's good to see these guys get some things gelling, get some momentum going. They got to feel good about themselves after having a couple of bad games. So far, everything's going Greenwave way. 3:10 left to go in the first period. 2-0 Greenwave.
Now Jurek leaning the shoulder down with one hand, and he scores! Trickling pass. I think it might have gotten deflected, but just no one knew what to do with it. from the Falcons. They just let it drift right through, and Pareto was there to backhand it in.
Of the first period, the Greenfield goal scored by number 6, Pareto, assisted by number 21, Lucas Sanger.
Ciano, nice with the assist. Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of those kind of pucks going across early this season. Just sticking out in front of the net is what people want to do, and hopefully there's a body there for somebody to pick it up.
And
back
a stick goes flying. Jurek, a 2-on-1. Beckwith, backhand, it's blocked. Didn't even get to the crease. Flipped up high. Down goes Bardwell, gets back up in time to shut down the play, and there's going to be a penalty against Caleb Bennett, who saw Bardwell go down and decided to make a last-ditch effort.
Yeah, tough play there.
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to do what you can to help out, and a little too much that time. So another power play for Minnechaug.
0 for 1 so far in the game, but you can't fault Bennett too much for that. I mean, it's a dire situation when you have a 3-on-2, and then you see your partner go down. Panicked a little bit, I suppose, but he ends up in the box for 2 minutes.
Oh, picked off middle ice there.
Pareto just dumps it back in. A good forecheck early on from Greenfield, and they'll reset with Ciano at the point. They'll blow past Ciano. And Prunier dancing through traffic. Backhand, and it's saved. Still out. Johnson, what a stand. Oh my goodness, and a huge effort from Ben Johnson.
No kidding.
Wow. I don't know how he kept that out. Just stuck out his left arm, I think, and maybe got a piece of it with his glove.
Could have. There's a lot of bodies there. I'm surprised that nobody from Minnechaug was there to tap it in, so great effort.
Crazy stuff, and now that gets sent wide. Punch back the save with the stick of Johnson and cleared back out by Greenfield, again on target.
They snuck one of those past last game. They're trying to do it again.
And the forecheck falling off a little bit for Greenfield. Petrin, and now down goes Bauman against
Wilkie Rhodes. Nice little poke check there, keeping things out of it.
Wrister blocked by Petrin, who takes a check as well. Petrin can't quite get his stick on the puck. It bounced over it.
Yeah, just under 20 seconds to go now in the power play. About 45 seconds to go in the period.
It's been some great penalty kills so far from Greenwave, and the Falcons now on the rush, and Bardwell taps it free, and that might just do it, but Moore gets it back at the point. 5 seconds to go.
Nice.
Wrister blocked. Bauman sends his body in front, and it's cleared out, and
back.
It will be an icing.
Just got out of the box. He was looking for it too.
Too late, yeah.
22 seconds left to go in this first period.
Well, that's a tough thing to time out there, you know, just launch it down the ice and get your guys that's coming out of the box.
I've seen it happen in the big leagues before.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, it can happen.
Caleb Bennett was ready for that one. He was sprinting right down the ice, but LaFleur raised his hand up, and that face-off is flipped out of the zone. Here comes Beckwith with the speed. Beckwith, what a great defensive play. Cameron Finuff punches it free, and the Falcons survive another onslaught. Prunier gets checked down. A loose stick.
Sean Beckwith, he was did his part just kicking the puck as much as he could. Looks like,
and that's going to do it for the period. Some shoving happening right in front of us here with Zoronic, and I think that was Ethan Kelleher.
Yeah, gotta like what you've seen there in the first period. I mean, they're doing a good job. Ben Johnson's made some fantastic saves. Offense seems to be clicking a little better. Passes are getting to where they need to be. So far, I don't want to say they're fixed. It's only one period, but it's looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, they've definitely been playing really well, especially on that penalty kill. That's been very impressive. And Ben Johnson rising to the occasion right now, already making some fantastic highlight reel saves. Plenty of more to come from him and the rest of Greenfield in the next period. That will be a few minutes. 2-0 Greenfield at home against Minnechaug. We'll be right back. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television. first goal. Ciano dumps it in front. Loose. Pareda shot.
There it is!
Brady Pareda.
Nice.
Just no one knew what to do with it.
No interview for this one, but hopefully the next one. I'll do Jurek.
Welcome back to Frontier Community Access Television. We're coming into the second period here at Collins Moylan Arena, and it is a rematch of Thursday night. The Minnechaug Falcons, the visiting team, the home team, of course, the Greenfield Greenwave. Greenfield leads after one, 2-0. The goals coming from Brady Pareda and Chase Zaronic. Some great connections in front of the net, making those results happen as Frontier tries to keep the puck in their zone, but now it breaks out through the neutral zone, moving fast across the near side, and Ciano taps it along the boards. Falcons still with it. It's LaPalme trying to send it up to the point, but it's intercepted and kept down low, fighting forward in the corner on a 2-on-1. Prunier in the mix. So is Fanuff. And now it's braked out to the other side. Jurek hands it off to Ciano. Ciano moving fast, looking for a pass, and it's loose in the slot, ends up on the other side of the boards. And Brunier with the back of his skate kept it in play, or in the zone, I should say.
Yeah, I was going to say, nice job of keeping it back in that zone. Eliminated a breakaway opportunity for the Falcons.
And that backhander try from Ciano meets no one in white. Petrin back, sends it forward. Did not quite connect with Bauman. Couldn't handle the heat there.
So I think it went off his skate.
Yeah.
Oop,
And
turned up a little bit.
Yeah. The edges of the boards have been a little dangerous in this game. I mentioned it just one time before. A lot of snow in front of the benches. And so the puck tends to kind of deaden a little bit late in the periods because of that. And no icing. Deflection was the signal from the official. Johnson thought for sure that it was. But Bardwell sends it forward. Jake Knight across the blue line. Knight gets it tapped away, trying to get back to it. And it's cleared out into the neutral zone. Something is loose on the ice in front of the Greenfield bench. Do you see that little black?
Yeah, it almost looks like maybe somebody's neck guard.
And
possibly.
It's going to be taken away by a stick. Can't quite see who's on the bench. I think that was, yeah, that's Brunier.
Fishing it off the ice. Nice job.
Meanwhile, Knight wrist one forward, and it was blocked and covered up. On the block there was Nick Garib.
Yeah, coming out strong. 2:48 left to go. They haven't changed the period on the scoreboard yet, but we are in the second period.
Yeah. But I can't tell you how many shots in goal there have been for either side, but I can tell you that it isn't on pace to be 46 for Johnson. That was a nice wraparound try. Jurek was trying to stuff one home.
Yeah,
now here he comes again.
I was going to say, Petrin did a nice job keeping that back in the offensive zone for him again. So a lot of offensive zone time here to start the second period.
And that comes with some good defense, like you were saying. Petrin, the defenseman, was on that play right there, and now it's Brunier, the other guy in that pair, sheds a hit, and it's Petrin who's covering it up in the near corner. Ciano punches it free. Petrin pops it up in the air. Went off of someone's face mask, I think. But now back into the neutral zone. Zoranik can't move it forward. Down he goes. Brunier.
Nice pass. Nice pass again.
Some good sequences here. And here comes Jurek. Can't quite get the shot off. And a few hits laid down behind the net. Leading the charge here is Daniels. And a glove save from Johnson, flashing the leather early in the period.
Yeah, it's nice to see both teams kind of maybe calm down a little at the end of that first period. There were a few of them kind of jawing back and forth at each other, so yeah. I mean, we'll probably see it again here a little later on, but at the moment,
I don't doubt it. Yeah.
Everybody's out there playing a good game.
Still a 2-goal lead for Greenfield as that's sent on net, turned aside by Ben Johnson. Pressure being turned up by the Falcons. And that was a nice fake right there from Bardwell, who now gets it out of the zone. And off the boards, it ends up on the stick of Bauman, who risks one pad save from Lafley, and almost broken out. It is from the neutral zone across the blue line. Pulls the brakes, and now here comes Greenfield. 2-on-2 here, led by Beckwith. Sheds the hit. Beckwith looking for someone in the slot. Gets hit off the puck. And the Falcons play it back out of the zone. Here comes LaPalme, and he gets shut down quick by Jake Knight. The fake and the drive now from Daniels.
Nice.
Dragging the toe on that shot. And loose, high slot shut down by Bennett, who fans on the clear, but the backhand.
Yeah, that was some good awareness to know that puck was there and ready for the taking.
But the Falcons still with it on the near boards. Cross-ice pass, opening in the right circle, and he sends it wide. Looked like it went in for a moment there, but it hops over the stick of the defenseman, and an icing. Cleaning himself up a little bit over there is Ben Johnson, who had a couple pretty good saves to start off the period here. After he made that glove save, he kind of flipped it up and just balanced it on his glove, waiting for the official to come over and take it. He's really settling into his crease here. As that gets sent wide, it looked like his stick got a piece of it, Johnson. And in the near corner, 10 minutes to go in the second period. A hit laid down in the near corner. Moore involved once again. Loose to the right of the crease, but now punched out. Jurek couldn't get his stick on it. Thought for a moment we'd see a breakaway.
Just a quick personnel note. I don't think we've seen Matt Garvin on the ice tonight, so I'm not sure if he's unavailable.
Yeah. A quick scan from the bench tells me that he is not there. I don't think that I saw him in the warm-ups either.
No, because he's usually taking a lot of those face-offs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Greenfield's managing all right without him. I'm not sure why he isn't here. Maybe we'll get some kind of update in between periods. As we're now under 10 minutes to go. Kept in the zone and trying to take a shot from the point was Anson Prunier. Sent high slot. Kept alive by Greenfield. Zoranig on it. Sends it, just flings it into the slot, and now it's a foot race.
Yeah.
Moore lost the puck, and now leaving it hanging, tries a backhand and a nice save. Johnson tracking it the whole time.
Nice effort, Anson Prunier there. He turned the Jets on to get back there to help defensively too.
Wow.
He was there too. Got enough of a body to kind of disrupt that shot. But Ben Johnson, nice glove save there.
Well, it's been a fantastic defensive showing from Greenfield in this game so far, Chris.
Yeah, really good to see him kind of coming back into form. I mean, offensively too, they've been generating opportunities, put a couple of them in. You know, that first one was waved off, but after that, still put in two. But they're keeping the pressure on both ends of the ice.
And now here comes the 2-on-1. Backhand shut down. Beckwith tries to pass between his legs to get it back in the action, but it's shut down.
Oh, nice.
Blocked on the clear. Bauman fanned on the shot. It's still loose.
Those are those opportunities that we were just touching on. Couldn't quite get the full mustard on there.
And still kept in the zone here. Finally taken out by Knight in the neutral zone. Kept in by Bardwell and an icing.
See quite a few players going down, like you said, around those outside edges of the rink. They're having a tough time with the ice out there.
Yeah, and you could see before, while they were setting up for one of the face-offs, Beckwith popped out of one of the doors of the bench for Greenfield, just kind of did a quick little circle, seemed to test his skates, see if they were doing all right. So I don't know if it's an equipment issue or if it's just some kind of buildup along the edges of the boards. As that wrister is sent wide. Backhand try, and Jurek can't bury it. Backhand. And loose in front of the crease, and it's cleared back out. Greenfield keeps it in the zone. Pressure mounting against Lafley in the near corner. Prunier, backhand in the slot. Pareda, his shot is sent high off a block. Pareda backhands it, trying to get it into the crease, and it's not there. Cleared back out by the Falcons, and can't connect on the stretch pass. He did get a touch on the
hard. You can just get those quick touch passes and out in front of the net.
But Pareda on the offense again. He's had a pretty good game so far, marking up a goal and also plenty of offensive pressure, and that's a great save right there from Lafley. And now here come the Falcons on a 2-on-2. Showing off the stick handling, drops it back, can't handle it, punched forward. Leneuf sends it, saved. It was deflected wide, I think by the toe of Johnson. Falcons send it across, turned aside by Johnson. Into the near corner. Greenfield trying to punch it free, and they can't. Centering pass shut down by Ciano. And now here comes Greenfield, led by Jurek. He's got some speed, tracing into the slot, and he's pushed out. Line change being made by Greenfield as Jurek shoves a few guys off of him for Minnechaug, and that is going to be sent back down into Greenfield zone. Jurek on the offensive rush again. Jurek can't get a pass off. He lost it between his skates.
Looks like he's trying to feed Sean Bauman coming down the middle. Just couldn't quite get through the defenders. They're calling somebody.
Might be an offsides, or we're having a discussion here between the officials. So
almost looked like they're signaling a hook for a second.
Yeah.
Talking things over now. Waving that
I think it
off.
might either be that or they're talking about where they're going to have a face-off. I'm not sure what the face-off would be for.
Going over to talk to coach now.
Yeah, it is going to be a face-off. They were motioning to that circle there along the blue line. So, and Petrin getting an explanation as well. So, player's okay with it seems. So we'll march on. 2-0 still the score in favor of Greenfield. Minnechaug on the rush, covered up by Ben Johnson with 6:36 to go in the second period. And it's going to be Pareda who checks back onto the ice again. Some confusion on who's coming off. They got 6 guys on the ice right now, and it's going to be Zoronic. Trying to figure out whose assignment it is. And it comes loose along the boards. Chipped down the ice. Knight can't get his stick on it. Loose in the neutral zone off a couple hits. And now bringing it across the blue line is Kelleher. Johnson plays it behind his own net. Bennett can't get there, excuse me, that's Prunier. And loose in front of the crease, cleared out strongly by Sean Bauman. And that's gonna end up being on target, so no icing. They've gotten pretty lucky with that a lot this game. Knight can't get the pass off. I think he was looking for Bauman on the far circle. From his own circle here, it's Jake Moore. Weaving through traffic against Petrin, who deflects the shot into the netting.
Nice job. Greenwave's doing a great job helping Ben Johnson out there in his first start here for the varsity team.
Yep.
Doing a great job on the defensive end.
And he's having a great start so far. Like I said, you know, I don't think that the shots on goal for Minnechaug are on pace to hit 46 this game. But, you know, regardless, the memo has been heard by Greenfield from the coaches on some better defense that needs to be played.
Yeah, they're delivering here so far. Ooh,
And a long shot from beyond. That was past the blue line, actually. He shot that from. And Bardwell gets sent down hard, a little slow to get up. Minnechaug maintains possession. Blocked shot. Ciano gets to it first along the boards, keeps it with him off his chest, and now it's Zoronic to break it free, kept back in the zone. Minnechaug still with it on a 2-on-2 for a moment as the rest of the players join them, and that's sent wide. No one to tap it home for the Falcons. 5:10 to go. Zoronic ties the guy up, and they score! From the right high slot, the Falcons bury it past Ben Johnson.
Yeah, I think
He lets up his first goal of the night.
you could see Ben kind of made the motion to stop it, but there's just, that puck was just coming too fast.
Yeah.
He saw it and just couldn't quite get that arm or pad out there enough to kind of deflect it off. So tight window, and they put it in. Cuts the deficit in half. 5:07 to go here in the second period.
And it's been a good defensive game so far until that point. A couple good hits from Minnechaug just created enough separation, and Greenfield kind of caught puck watching a little bit on that sequence.
Yeah, I mean, that's been pretty much the only gap they've had today.
Yeah. That's sent in front, loose for a moment. Looked like Bauman might have had a chance to send it home, and can't be kept in the zone. Falcons won't break free either. And a slow pass.
Minnechaug goal at 50 seconds in the second period was scored by number 2, Ben Daniels, assisted by number 3, Liam Peru, and number 5,
No surprise there that Daniels got the goal. As we hear it from the PA announcer, as that gets sent high off the glass, sent back by Petrin wide. Daniels has been taking a lot of shots tonight, and it's been some good chances so far. Had to force Johnson to make some pretty impressive saves. From the far point, Prunier sends it in. Petrin keeps it in the zone. Deflected in the slot by Bauman, but it ends up in the far corner. Knight is the first to it for Greenfield. Plenty of offensive zone time. On the near boards, Pareda gets checked up high, trying to send it in the slot, and now he does. Bauman whiffs, and sounds like we might have a penalty here. There's some good chances, and I think it's going to be a Greenfield power play. It is going to the box here.
That's Cam Phaneuf going into the box.
Yeah.
All right, see if we can get a another goal back here, a little bit of a cushion. 2-minute power play for Greenwave. First time tonight they've had that power play opportunity. I mean, they've been able to apply the pressure, on 5-on-5 ice. Yeah, let's see what happens when they got an extra man.
4-on-5, and it's sent out of play immediately off the face-off.
Glad that's net there. I have to catch that one.
Yeah, coming right at us. And a quick face-off throw down by the official. Jurek can't win it. Still a scramble for it. Jurek sends it up high and fanned on the one-timer. Was Prunier. Foot race. Bauman gets there first, but fans on it. Shot goes wide on the short-handed attempt from Phaneuf. And here comes Greenfield. On the left side, around behind the net. Sent back around. Behind the net. Zoronic. Past Jurek. Prunier gets to it. Past Jurek again. And that's going to be cleared out of the zone. Good start to the penalty kill here for the Falcons.
Yeah, it seems like Greenwave just hasn't been able to set up what they want to do.
Yeah, just not being able to connect on some passes as well. But here comes Jurek, sends it back, and Ciano, a second fanned one-timer we've seen in this power play for Greenfield, as the pass gets sent away and out of the zone. Johnson comes out far to play it. 50 seconds to go in the first power play of the game for Greenfield. 2:35 to go in the second period. Pass was behind Sean Bauman. Picked up. Prunier, Rister, and Beckwith sends it. Here comes Ciano. His shot's blocked. Jurek, it was loose in front of the net. No one there to tap it home. Beckwith might have had a chance, but now trying to be set in front again. Jurek had his eyes on Ciano. He does still. Ciano can't punch it home. Beckwith with another try.
Oh, man, I don't know
and
how
it's cleared back out. Wow.
So many opportunities there, but man, just every shot they took seemed to go off a body, and you could see the goalie just scrambling, trying to see where's this puck coming from, who's getting a stick on it. And
Lafley had to make a few impressive saves there, you're right, in that last sequence. And that is going to do it. Fantastic penalty kill.
Yeah, I mean, it was also good on both ends. I mean, it wasn't until that last 30 seconds or so of the power play that they really applied a lot of pressure.
But now we're back to even strength. Beckwith dancing through traffic. Rhodes gets shoved off of the puck. And it's Brady Pareda in the near corner who loses it. Jake Moore. Pass behind his man across the blue line and broken up. Backhand clear attempt. Got shut down by the referee's skate.
Everybody lost the puck. Had 3 Greenwave players around it. Nobody could find it.
I couldn't tell where it was myself. It was on the near boards. You just can't see it. And some more big hits delivered by Minnechaug. 60 seconds to go here before we get our second intermission. Some more heavy checks against Bardwell. Sent back into the neutral zone. Fighting for it. Minnechaug has it. Checked up high. Loose puck. Beckwith has a few words to say to him. And a fight along the blue line. Ref almost gets into the mix. And now loose in front of the crease. Moore with a shot turned aside by Johnson. He couldn't find the puck, and now he retreats back to his crease. And now here's a breakaway attempt. Here comes Pareda. Brady Pareda. Saved by Lafley.
Oh, but dangerous pass out
Jurek
front. There it is!
scores! Top shelf! Woo!
I was going to say dangerous pass there. He tried to clear it out, didn't get enough speed on it. Jurek was there to collect it. Like he's done most of the season, you give him an open shot like that, he's going to put it in the back of the net. Just like that. 20 seconds left to go in the second period. Greenfield now up 2 goals again, 3-1.
Pareda. Saved by Lafley.
Oh, but dangerous pass out
Jurek
front. There it is!
Top shelf! Face-off one here by Greenfield.
Second period, the Greenfield goal scorer, number 2, Jake Jurek. The goal is unassisted.
Jurek driving again with the little time that's left. Just 5 seconds to go. Cleared back out, kept in the zone by Peterson, who sends it forward, covered up, and they'll let the time run out. 2 gone, 1 to go and the score is 3-1.
They might
And-
put 2 seconds back on the clock for this.
Bouchard's calling for it.
Yeah.
He wants his face off.
Yeah. I mean, you can do a lot in 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I saw 1.9 when the whistle blew.
yeah.
I was kind of surprised everyone was leaving the ice.
I mean, the officials were okay with letting the last couple seconds run off there, which I don't blame them for. I mean, he had the cover up, but
Put a second and a half back on. So enough time. You win the face-off, get a quick one-timer.
yeah. And it's going to be up to Ciano to win it for Greenfield if he can. We might see a shot on goal here. Loose,
Yeah.
and that's going to do it. Valiant effort from Coach Bouchard to try and get them another chance against Lafley, but it will be 3-1 at the end of 2 after the goal from Jake Jurek, his second point of the night. And we will be back with an interview, I think. Yes, we have an interview during the intermission where I think we're also going to ask about Matt Garvin if we can remember ourselves. So after 2, it's 3-1. Greenfield winning at home against the Minnechaug Falcons. We'll be back in a few minutes. You're watching Frontier Community Access Television.
Give me a count. Oh, hello and welcome back to the Collins Moylan Arena. I'm Jacob Bordeaux here with Captain Jake Jurek, who on Thursday night joined the Greenwave 100-point club. Jurek, just walk me through it. How did that feel?
That was a great accomplishment for me in my career. Just toe dragged around the kid, went top shelf. It was a great feeling. I like doing it away. I just wanted to get out of the way. It was just holding on to me, and I did it.
Of course, and congratulations, by the way. That was just an amazing goal.
Thank you.
And you got a couple more points tonight.
Yeah.
How about that goal at the end of the second period?
That was just electric. The place went crazy. Just came out to me, went top shelf, was a good shot, bar down.
Oh yeah, just a big juicy rebound off Brady Pareda there. That was amazing. What do you think the boys need to do to finish it off here in the third?
I think we need to plot a few more and come away with a victory.
All right, I agree. Details matter.
Yep.
That
always.
sounds like a great plan.
right.
Congratulations, Jurek. Good luck.
one hand, and
Frontier Community Access Television.
With Chris Gilbert in the Collins Moylan Arena, where it is 3-1 Greenfield after 2 periods. We're coming into the final 3rd period right now. Last goal was scored by Jake Jurek, his 2nd point of the night after he assisted on one of the earlier goals. And this is where Minnechaug really turned the heat up last game. They came back, tied it up in the final seconds, and sent it to overtime on Thursday. They're looking to do the same thing here, or just try and come back in regulation if they can. But they're going to be coming into this period flying, is what I'm expecting, Chris.
Yeah, you see right now, looks like they're trying to get a little more aggressive, trying to make something happen out in front of the net. They squeaked one by Ben Johnson earlier, but other than that, Ben's been solid in net.
Yeah.
Greenwave, though, done a great job both ends of the ice. Power play kill's been spot on. Offensive opportunities have been there. They've cashed in on a lot of them and doing a great job defensively as well.
The physicality of Minnechaug has definitely given Greenfield a bit of a run for their money on a couple occasions, but they've been doing what they can to combat it. And that right there got some of the Falcons coaches a little bit upset. I think it did hit the skate of one of the Greenfield players who was checking onto the bench.
Yeah, it looked that way. I don't know if the linesman saw that or not.
And I think this is just going to be an offsides call here. But that definitely could have been, I mean, again, I don't watch a lot of high school puck, but you guys do have too many.
Yeah, too many men,
right? Yeah.
Too many in the ice. That'll lead to a penalty, sure.
Yeah. Off the face-off, the Falcons bring it forward. Wrist or glove down by Ben Johnson. That was coming off the stick of Ethan Kelleher. And it's been him and Billy LaPalme along with number 2 Ben Daniels, who've been sending a lot on target tonight for the Falcons.
Yeah, it seems like maybe even coaches figured out who the people on the ice are taking shots. And they've been trying to swarm and keep a body on them, make sure they don't get anything clean. A little bit of a scrum going on there, but
yeah, that was Bauman getting tied up, and now it's Premier getting tied up.
And the linesman almost caught a puck
Yeah.
there too. Got to keep your head on a swivel at all times.
Well, that's what the signs warn us to, right on the side of the rink here.
Yep.
Active sport is what they call it. Clearing it out into the neutral zone is the Falcons. Picking it up, backhander into the middle of things. That was deflected from Murray. Blocked from the clear and taking a hit. Now down low, missing the hit was Murray. Almost cleared back out, but punched back in. Whenever the teams have been on offense, they've done a pretty solid job of keeping it in their offensive zone.
Just about to touch on that subject myself. Greenwave try and just break it through, and they do punch it into their offensive zone, get a line change here.
But the zone time for both of these teams has been like where you want it to be, even for Minnechaug, who of course is trailing in the score right now. But that was a great little move from Jurek. He was trying to get it to Zaranik, and now it does get to him. He sends it wide off a deflection, and now falls down off a little hit. Moore lost his stick, and the puck's behind the net, covered up, and now we had a little scrum over there for a moment. I think that's Zaranik who went down. Got tangled up a little bit, and he's slow to get up. Thought for a moment we might see a tilt on the ice.
Yeah, you can see the Minnechaug's definitely ratchet up the intensity here. They know that they need to get a couple of goals here just to tie things up.
Well, both goalies have been very solid tonight as well. LaFleur definitely faced a lot more shots than Johnson has, and has stood pretty tall. Made some impressive stuff happen in his crease, as getting tied up there was Billy LaPalme.
Yeah, getting a little sloppy with those couple of passes.
Yeah.
2 in a row, and Minnechaug was there to collect it and take it the other way.
They're starting to get a little more desperate than they are just fast, because there's a fine line between playing aggressive hockey and then playing desperate hockey when you're down like this. As that is a long shot turned aside by Ben Johnson. Backhander almost out of the zone, kept alive, shot sent high and glove down out of his crease by Ben Johnson. And guys are still getting tangled up after the whistle. We just saw Beckwith right there, and I think, it was Beckwith and LaPalm who just got their sticks tangled up and, some aggressive jerking, and now Beckwith going off has a couple of things to say to LaPalm.
Yeah, you want to make sure you keep your cool. I mean, you got a 2-goal lead, but then that can disappear real quick.
Yeah.
You want to stay out of that penalty box if you can.
Clean face-off win for the Falcons, but now being taken the other way. Here comes Zaranig around the defense, turns the corner, looking for a wraparound try, and it's shut down by the toe. And it's Ciano with it, lost it for a moment there. A lot of the players just didn't know where it was, it looked like.
You could hear coach on the sideline yelling, feet, 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 but everybody just kind of looked at each other.
That was a nice toe save by LaFleur right there. And loose in the slot. Jurek has it, sends it on target, it's blocked. Up to the top of the boards, quick shot from Hopkins. Shut down Ciano, deflected wide, calmed down, and sent out of the zone. Here comes Fanoof. Wrister sent down, I think it was off of the thigh.
Wait a minute, nothing but white jerseys down there. He didn't have much of a chance, but he took a shot anyway.
A lot of the Minnechaug chances have been on, the numbers have been against them in those chances where they just they've been flinging it down the ice.
Yeah.
It's almost been on a lot of clear attempts, I feel like,
It has. I mean, they're just trying to take whatever they can. If they get an open shot, they're flinging it towards net.
Yeah.
If they're going to play her down there, scoop up a rebound, get a deflection, whatever. They're, I don't want to say you're not desperate at this point. We've got 10 minutes, 40 seconds left to go, but.
Beckwith blowing through everyone. It's a 2-on-1. Beckwith over to Knight, and a beautiful save, deflected out of play.
That was an awesome play. Just couldn't quite put it in the back there.
LaFleur, remarkable stuff right there, but Beckwith nodding in a little fist bump with Jake Knight. That was a great connection and a rush that they just had. And some quick changes happening as well. Trying to preserve the stamina of his players, it looks like, is Coach Bouchard. Now here comes a rush for the Falcons. Short pass in the middle of the ice, and it connects with nobody. Cleared back out. Jurek on the puck. Jurek leading the charge right up the slot. Can't break through. Gets back to his own puck, and now gets in a little tussle.
Yeah, he had Brady Perota trailing him. I don't think he quite knew it. He could have dumped that pass back and probably had an open shot.
It's tough to see all of that. I mean, he's got great vision of the rink, but, Now here comes Pereda with the puck, sends it in softly, and it's covered up.
Yeah, 9:55 left to go here in the third period. Still up 2 goals. Things are looking pretty good. They're keeping the pressure on. Minnechaug came out firing there in the start of this period. Greenwave's kind of settled things down a little bit.
This would be a huge win for Greenfield, in-conference win, as they go in a big stretch of in-conference games. Which would also be their 4th win in conference for this season. But here comes Moore, sending it wide off deflection from Petrin. For the Falcons, it would be their 5th loss in the conference. Moving fast, it's Knight splitting the defense, sends it quickly off the glass, did not go out of play off the save from LaFleur, and now whistled dead.
I think it's caught in the netting behind the goal.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
But both of these teams going into the end of the season have a pretty long stretch of in-conference games. Every single game for the rest of the season for Greenfield is in conference, except for one, the game against Hudson that was postponed. They were going to play them a couple days ago, I think last week, but now that's postponed to the second to last game of the season. Prunier with a wrister through traffic.
Wow.
That's a good save right there, keeping track of it, LaFleur.
Yeah, it somehow found its way through quite a few bodies and still made it on goal.
But Minnechaug has just 3 more in-conference games after this one. And then the rest of those games are just independents. They kind of packed them into the end of their schedule.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough schedule from here on out for Greenfield. They go up against Westfield twice. Westfield only 1 loss on the season.
Yeah.
They've been a juggernaut of a team so far.
Oh, yeah, and they're first in the conference, the Barry Conference. Just, we talked about it earlier this season. One of the best conferences for hockey in the area that Greenfield got moved up to after a very successful season last year.
Yeah, so I think it's kind of important that Greenfield kind of finds their stride, get things back together, because, like I said, they're going up against one of the best in the conference. You like to be playing your best hockey when you get up against teams like that.
Yeah, and Minnechaug right now, one of the hottest teams in the conference, coming into third place, trailing just behind Greenfield right now. So they moved up a couple spots. Just last week they were in 5th out of, I think there's about 7 teams, 6 or 7 teams in the conference. So they moved up a few spots, which was big for them. And now we got a whistle on the play. And going down after the whistle is Pareda, who received a late hit from Matt Bowden. A lot of shouting as Petrin kind of goes and delivers a little ultimatum to him, it might seem.
Yeah, I mean, you're starting to see, well, it looks like we got 2 minutes on the penalty clock. All right, so we do have one player going in the box for Minnechaug.
Yeah, there was the whistle for the penalty that stopped play, and then Bowden delivered the late hit to Pareda.
Yeah.
Speaking of the late hits, we asked about Matt Garvin over the period intermission, and it turns out he was suspended because of a late, very late hit in the last game that they played against Minnechaug. So he was suspended just for 1 game, so he'll be back for the game that they're playing later this week against Westfield. As we said, very big game. But here comes Minnechaug, broken up by one of the 3 defenders that were swarming him, and Johnson taps it aside. Left it behind him was Jurek. But it's the second power play here for Greenfield, struggling to get things going, and they break into the zone with Jurek cleared right back out, popped up off the glass, tapped away by Bauman, who now controls.
I say for Minnechaug, it doesn't look like they're content with just clearing the puck out. If they get a stick on it, they're bringing it back thinking they're going to score.
That's kind of got to be the mentality at this point, is that sent in front of the crease, it looked like, from Ciano, who now has the puck along the goal line, behind. Ciano bringing it up top. Bauman looking for someone. Ciano in the near corner. Greenfield trying to set up, and it's Bardwell who keeps it in. Deflected shot, goes wide to the left along the near boards. Zoronik dumps it in. Ciano keeps it going along the boards. Jurek in pursuit. More fans on the clear. Another fan on the clear. No one knows where the puck is, and Chase Zoronik gets to it first. Taps it back out to Bardwell. Bardwell sends it back down. Jurek has it. Jurek takes a hit along the far boards, and now it's cleared out at last by Minnechaug. 30 seconds to go here in the Greenfield power play.
Yeah, Minnechaug with a nice kill here. Greenfield hasn't really been able to produce much. They basically just trying to set it up. Minnechaug's been all over them.
I'm not sure if Greenfield's really even gotten a shot on goal in this power play so far. It's been much better than their previous penalty kill, where Greenfield really got something going in the last 30 seconds here, but with the second unit on, getting shut down, and that's going to do it. Pareda goes down hard again, losing his stick, and he pops right back up. High puck in the air, and now here come the Falcons. Centering pass, and he can't control it. Sent wide, and it's tapped away by the right leg of Johnson. Greenfield with Pareda, he just sends it right on target.
Red line shot.
Pareda getting tripped up again, back in the neutral zone.
Nice.
That gets sent sky high. Somehow still in play.
Out in front. Oh, nice leg save.
Kicks it out. Falcons with a stretch pass to Moore. No icing off the deflection. He gets to it first. Pareda trying to lay into him with his hip, but Rhodes breaks his stick trying to send it around the boards. Kept not in the zone. It's a good effort there from the Falcons, but just couldn't lay out far enough. Back to play it. Svanuv. Pareda down again. And couldn't find it. Hopkins backhand. Some good awareness from Johnson. And I'm trying to get a view of Pareda on the bench here. He fell down quite a bit. I'm not sure if it was a lot of contact he was receiving or if it was maybe some equipment issue.
It seemed like that last one right here in the neutral zone. He might get caught up with somebody.
Yeah.
If they banged knees or something like that, he went down and seemed like he took his time getting back up. I mean, yeah, he was on the ice the wrong way quite a bit.
Yeah,
so
I mean, he definitely seems to draw some attention for one reason or another. victim of the spearing call against West Springfield several weeks ago. But this game has been plenty aggressive and physical so far, so wouldn't be out of the ordinary. Stays in play, deflected off the glass. Tracing back, Phaneuf thought about a wrist and he couldn't get to it in time. LaPalm just couldn't quite handle the puck there. Blowing through the defense in the far corner, and now he loses the puck. Cleared out. Here comes Jurek in a one-on-one. Jurek into the slot, gonna try a backhand forward.
You've got to be kidding me.
Toe drag!
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
I didn't think he had enough time. He made so many moves out in front of the goalie that he just put the brakes on. Goalie kind of went a little bit to his right. Jake went left, right, and his flipped it up over that leg pad.
And that's number. Here comes Jurek in a one-on-one. Jurek into the slot, gonna try a backhand forward.
You've got to be kidding me.
Toe drag!
Incredible. Guys at Minnechaug going back there, be like, yeah, giving Lafley good effort. There's not a whole lot you can do when.
Yeah. I mean, it's
like that.
Discussion being had with the Falcons coach right now.
Third period, Greenfield goal scored by number 2, Jake Jurek, assisted by number 12, Cam Hopkins.
Cam Hopkins cheering squad here.
Sole assist on that goal there, his second of the season. And now moving fast as Jake Knight, getting wrapped up a little bit. But he's trying to play it back here. Bauman off of his skate. And the Falcons, can't quite clear it out. Looked like they had a lane for a moment, but Moore will play it back. And here comes the forecheck from Greenfield. Breaks out into the neutral zone. Falcons carried over by Moore. Moore still with it. Loose shot and a save. Johnson, the puck is still loose. He couldn't cover it up. Flipped out of the zone between the legs. Beckwith couldn't get to it in time. And Falcons just had no idea where the puck was. They skated, 2 players skated right over the puck. Minnechaug dumps it back in from the stick of Jake Moore.
Yeah, I think with that extra goal, too, kind of gives the Greenfield a little bit of a cushion.
And wild shot. I don't think that was intentional from anyone, just a collision and the puck squirted up over the net. Johnson dove for it.
Yeah, as I was touching on being down, 2 goals, I think Minnechaug might start thinking about pulling your goalie, but
yeah,
if you're down 3 goals now with 3 minutes, I think it's going to be all hands on deck.
Yeah, it's a tough situation to be in, and as a coach, that last goal especially, beyond being the 4th goal of the night for Greenfield, just a demoralizing one as well. Beating 2 defenders just by yourself and then sneaking it past your goalie with the backhand forehand. Just, crazy stuff. That's off the side of the net, did not go in. Johnson spinning around, can't find it, and that was deflected wide, it looked like. Another strong shot through the legs of quite a few defenders. Petrin getting tied up down low, and we're going to get a penalty here. I think it might be against Greenfield.
I think that's a high stick in there.
Yeah.
Jari's saying something about jerking an elbow.
Yeah, just a high elbow got into someone's face, I think. Okay. Was a little caught up with Petrin's action in front of the crease. So, and not surprising here, we're going to see a timeout called by Minnechaug, using their timeout, try and draw up a plan. Now they got a late power play here, 2 minutes in the power play and 2:42 left in the game. Ben Johnson has been near perfect tonight, letting up only 1 goal. And this is where, you start talking to your players about, are we going to pull out LaFleur to go 6-on-4, or are we going to stick with the 5-on-4?
At the moment, it looks like LaFleur standing there getting ready to go back in the net. So I don't think they're at that point yet. I mean, if they get a quick goal off the power play, cut this down to a 2-point game. then maybe you think, all right, pull a goalie out, see if we can get another one real quick.
Yeah, I think because it's getting to the point in the season where a lot of teams are starting to think a little bit more and more about their state rankings, and what gets taken into account with those state rankings, Chris, is the margin of victory or defeat that a team has in each game. For hockey, I believe that the maximum margin is 3. So right now they are at that maximum margin. What Minnechaug is probably trying to do is play it safe by keeping Lafley in goal and just try and get 1 goal to cut it down to 2 to try and help their rankings a little bit. As that shot is deflected high, it looked like it was off the stick of Phaneuf. But yeah, elbow was the call against Jurek, who's sitting in the box right now. 42-second difference between the power play and the actual game clock. So after the power play is over, we'll have 42 seconds left on the ice here. 4-1 to score and 1:30 to go in the power play for Minnechaug. Passing up top to Moore, deflected shot, and it actually escapes from the rink.
Yeah, Greenfield did a nice job. Set up a nice little zone with their 4 players out in front of Ben Johnson. Doing just enough to keep the pressure on, make sure they don't have any good passing lanes. Minnechaug trying to find a way to get through that zone, but so far, working out pretty well for Greenfield.
40 seconds killed off, and now out of the zone. Foot race. Ciano's going to get there first. Trying to trap it against the boards, but it squeaks out. And now Minnechaug moving fast, trying to get through some traffic. Here is Daniels. Creates some room for him, sends it wide. He's looking for a deflection from Phaneuf. Out front. Moore, cross-ice pass. Wrister off the post! Heard the iron ring out in the whole arena. Fanning on the pass, and now it's sent back around the boards. 40 seconds to go. The top of the right circle. Sent over to Daniels. Daniels fans on the shot, and they score! It's LaPalme who buried it. Past the left foot of Johnson. Just a little too closed up. I think he's what he's going to be telling himself.
Yeah, tough one there. There's a lot going on out in front of him. You can see, I think it was a different player from Minnechaug tried to take a swing on it, missed it. I think Ben thought that puck was coming to him, and then that second player was right behind him and cleaned it up. So expecting the puck to come in quick. The guy fanned on it. Second player got it and tapped it in when he's out of position.
Now we've got over a minute to go. It's 1:16 left in the game, a 2-goal game. This is where we might be seeing Minnechaug think a little bit more seriously about trying to inch back into this.
Yeah, it's a tall task. 2 goals in 1:16. I mean, they've got 2 goals here in almost 3 periods of play.
Yeah.
He's been pretty solid in net. They're gonna have a full squad on the ice now, all 5. They've been a great job defensively. Even times when Ben's been a little out of position, you'll see one of those Greenwave defenders kind of slide in towards that open post and kind of block anything that's coming by. So it's been a team effort all around.
Assisted by number 2,
That assist from Boyden is his second of the night. Other assist coming from Ben Daniels, his second point of the night after he scored the earlier goal. But it's just going to be a 5-on-5. At least for the moment.
I expect Minnechaug to be flying around trying to make something happen here real quick.
If they can get something set up, and it looks like, yes, he is. Lafley goes to the bench, and we got ourselves a 6-on-5 with an empty net. Greenfield going to try and control the puck and send it down if they can, but right now it's with Minnechaug. Moore sends it in, shot down. Moore again, blocked by Zaranik off of his hand, and he's feeling that one.
I think it caught him just above the skate and the ankle, too. Not a lot of padding there, so.
That shot sent wide of the net, sent, turned aside. Johnson got a big piece of that loose, and he covers it up. Big stop.
Nice series there. People laying the bodies out. I mean, you can see.
Wow.
Zoronic, yeah, I took that one. Still looks like he's not quite too good on them skates.
He is going to be
nothing
taking a
too
seat
bad.
there.
Yeah, it's going to be a bruise.
Yeah. It's just, the bad staying with 36 seconds to go. Just better play it a little safe. As that puck is loose, Jurek has his sights set on the empty net, and he skated over it. Again, it's the snow in front of the bench that gets to them. Minnechaug controlling, and it's sent back. Jurek in pursuit, trying to get there, and he won't. Net still empty with 10 to go. Minnechaug going to have one last rush. Won't be covered up, and now it does.
Yeah, smart move, trying to burn off the last few seconds before he actually had to make the choice to put the glove over the top of it. 5.5 seconds left to go here in the third.
And this is what the teams are fighting for here. I mean, it's a 2-goal difference versus a 1-goal difference. As that puck is going to be punched free, racing for it is Beretta. He wants the empty net, and that's going to be it.
Nice, good win for Greenfield. All around, seemed like they were starting to click a little bit better in the past few games. Giving Ben Johnson all the love he can handle back there. Great job. I'm sure everybody's stoked for the kid.
Fantastic varsity debut for Ben Johnson. And if something does happen to Cooper Smith, I'm sure we'll be seeing more of him. Great job from him and the rest of the defense from Greenfield, who stepped up huge tonight, especially after what happened on Thursday. They split the series with Minnechaug, going 1-1 on the season against them. They'll settle for that much, and they will move to 8-4-1 on the season. They will play Westfield here next game on Wednesday, I believe it is. We'll try and be there to cover that one. Sure to be very exciting. Westfield, hot team right now. Like you said, only lost one game so far this year.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
they've been
serious contenders right there.
They've been doing a good job. They got a lot of goal scorers there. They put up a lot of points. And they don't give up much either. So both ends of the ice, they've been tough. It'd be a great test for Greenfield. I'm glad that they got off the little bit of the skid here tonight. Got a win, get some momentum, positive energy going in the right direction.
Yeah, great stuff here tonight in the Collins Moylan Arena. And before we go, we would like to thank our sponsors very quickly. Albert Hearing Services in Greenfield, and as always, Holiday Pizza in South Deerfield, the official pizza of FCAT Sports. Greenfield takes home the win at home, 4-2. Thank you for tuning in. We've been Frontier Community Access Television. Have a great night.